Hello. My name is Asherah Rose, and welcome to my very unique PhD channel where I am researching DID, which is dissociative identity disorder / psychosis versus conscious expansion. I'm currently in Peru, yeah, and I'm at the Hummingbird Ayahuasca Center. The last 2 nights I've had ayahuasca. Tonight we are medicine free, but there is a healing ceremony going on right now, but I have opted not to be a part of the healing ceremony, and I will explain why. I'm just leaving my room now, and I'm gonna be talking. Sorry, I just dropped the bowl. I'm gonna be talking, but I'm also gonna face the camera outside so you can have a look at the path. I don't know where I'm going on this path, but I'm just walking and allowing the ancestors to guide me. But just to put it into perspective, healing ceremony is going on now with a guy called Manus, who is a shaman. Manus, yeah. And let me show you. So that's my they're called tumbos. That's my one. And then down there is where them are. But we are going up here into the jungle by ourselves. As long as I stay on the path, I've been told everything should be okay. Yeah, so let's go. But everyone's doing healing. Sorry, in the camera. This is one of the other girls. We've all got our own, basically, our own one. So it comes as a set of 2, but we've all got our own one. Oh, and there's another one up there. I didn't know that. This is as far as I've got because my ancestors told me to walk through this vortex the first day we got here, so I did. So I think I've got it on camera. Do you mind if I pass, please? Who's there? Asherah? Asherah who? Asherah Rose. Asherah Rose. I just got the confirmation because the leaf at the back there dropped. Okay, so which way now? To Bumbleclot. Which way now? So, so imagine this now. You got a log going across that way. So I can't imagine they'd be sending you that way. Let me go down here. So everybody is up the top. Let me tell you so you can see me. Everyone is in the center healing, going through some healing with this guy called Manus, which is a shaman, and Jim, the owner. Now, the reason why I haven't opted to do it is for 2 reasons. One, my healing comes directly from my ancestors. I'm not relying on anybody to do my healing other than those that are for me and from me and a part of me. Yeah? But not only that, during last night's ayahuasca ceremony, when my mum was coming round to do healing on us, my ancestors told me not to let him touch me. Now, they already said at the beginning that you have to be careful in ceremony not to touch people or people touch you, because just from a touch they can... Oh, look at that feather. How beautiful is that? That's different, isn't it? Thank you. There's always little gifts along the way. So I'm going to put that in my hair because that's really nice. Thank you. Yeah, I've got yellow, white, black on, and this grey thing, and I've also got a bit of the grey in my hair. So I've dressed up for the ancestors. Anyway, they said don't let nobody touch you. So when it was time for the ceremony to start, I told him, no, I don't want to be touched. I don't want you to touch me. So you just say no thank you, and then move on to the next person. So because I was specifically told last night to tell them no thank you, I've declined today's healing too, because today's healing also involves him touching you. So them lot are in there now. Why my man, let me show you. My man is putting it's like a Florida water. He's making a small cross on the bottom of their feet, and I think a small cross in the middle of their hand middle before he starts the healing with them. But like I said, I don't want him to touch me, because when my ancestors told me last night don't make him touch me, he respected that and he moved on to the next. But when he moved on to the next, why am I watching this man shapeshift? Why am I watching this man shapeshift into a monkey, Then he shaped into something else with a long leg, then whatever. Yeah, and I'm thinking, what they arted. And then the other guy, Jim, I'm seeing him shapeshift into some type of tall reptilian fucking alien thing. Remember, it's all lights off, you know. So this is in their shadow state. Yeah. That looks like two paths, isn't it? Said go this one. So that's literally like two different shape-shifting things. This path ain't no damn path. What is this? Remember there's snakes, you know, poisonous snakes, poisonous spiders, every fucking thing going on in there. But anyway, we're cool. Yeah. So when I mentioned it today to my shamanic teacher, she's saying, when I turned around and said what I saw of Jim, because Jim got vexed with me today, when I'm sharing what happened in my ayahuasca experience, and I'll go into it a little bit more, he got vexed because usually Jim is supposed to be the interpreter. He's supposed to turn around and say what you said to Manny. And I'm talking for about half an hour, 20 minutes, and he hasn't stopped me so that he can interpret to Manny. So it's kind of indicating, so what? You've told Manny everybody else's stuff, and really nobody else's stuff was really saying nothing. And my stuff, what I've experienced, is some next level shit, and you're not saying nothing. That's cool. So I stopped and said, "Oh, do you want me to give you some? Do you want me to give you some time for you to explain to Manny?" So the little 2 minutes that is explained to Manny, don't even quantify the story, but whatever he says to Manny, Manny's then turned around to him to say, tell me. But that's if this is even the case. But anyway, to tell me, that means I gotta look up and I gotta look down. To tell me that different people come here with different religions and they shouldn't mix their religions with the religion of the ayahuasca. But I don't know how we reached that conclusion, because nobody was mixing the religions, you know what I mean? Like, what you believe is what you believe, and what I believe. But this ain't a religion. This is a tried and tested experiment of how I felt when I'm on the ayahuasca. And so I turned around and said, no, this is not about religion or opinion. I've had 120 mils of ayahuasca and I'm not affected by it. That's not an assumption. That is a fact, because it's been witnessed by everybody. You know what I mean? So this ain't about my opinion or my religion. This is about my actual lived experience. And you can't take that away from me, mate. Yeah? So he's going on like that because part of what I was saying, because he obviously didn't tell Manny this, part of what I was saying was, when my man was last night, when we was doing the thing, not only was my man changing into a reptilian and a grey, when he went outside to deal with the snake, because a snake turned up at the door yesterday, which is very uncommon for the snake to come so close up to the house, my man's saying, but he did yesterday. And I know that it was because of my energy, because I know that anyway. But Stacey said it to me today. She asked me if I was aware of that, and I said, yeah, I am aware of that. I'm hearing no. Why are you telling me no? Let me go up a little bit further, because I can't see how this is going to bring me back round to the blood clot swimming pool. Whew. So, this ain't no simple sitting, in it. Fucking sweating blood. Wow. Fuck me, look at this. Wow. Let me just scour the ground. Wow. That is a big tree. That is a beautiful tree. Hello. I have to touch you. Wow. It's wonderful. So, he's vexed now because I've mentioned that last night I've seen him go outside when he went outside to deal with the snake. And when he went outside to deal with the snake, I saw my ancestors, because they was all outside the window, remember? Yeah, making shapes and visions and whatever. And I saw my ancestors gobble him up. So I said, I seen them nyam you, Jim. I was quite surprised. He said, I made it back in though. And I said, yeah, I was quite surprised. Oh, I thought that was, is that a dead snake? I was quite surprised to see her, to be fair. I was quite surprised that you made it back. You know what I mean? So because I've said that, I know that he's vexed. I don't know why he's vexed, because at the end of the day, it's just a vision, innit? People see lots of things on there. And then when I've mentioned to Stacey today that I've seen my man as a reptilian, she's gone, yeah, I've told him loads of times, Asherah, and he's not wanted to listen. And then I said, all right then. She says to him, all right then, when you do your next ceremony, you ask them. And he did his next ceremony and he asked them, and they confirmed that he was. So that's when he took Stacey's word for it. So she's making me know what I saw was true, because she had already seen it. So then when I said that I saw Manny turn into some monkey man, something or the other, she was like, yeah, Asherah, sometimes I see him and he's got no fucking head on his shoulders. She's like, yeah, sometimes I see him and he's got no blood clot head on his shoulders, never mind walking around in the ceremony. So I know what I see, because I have the eyes to see. You know what I mean? You can't tell me shit. Nobody can take away what I believe I see, because it's my eye. You know, but that's what the man's problem is. Tawated cup. So I felt them two's energy with their stinking selves. So why would I then be letting you guys touch me up to give me healing when others ain't even... Oh, what the blood clot now? This path can't go no further, because nobody ain't climbing through that. There is a path there though, but how am I supposed to get over there? Let me see if there's another way. Yeah, so basically, if them two can't accept, because this is really what they're vexed about, let me explain. So during my ceremony last night, my ancestors come to me and made me know I am ayahuasca, and ayahuasca is me. My grandmother is ayahuasca, and I am my grandmother. My grandmother is inside of me. So when I'm drinking the ayahuasca isn't having any effect on me in terms of the physical effect. Everybody else is vomiting on 25 mil. Some of them are vomiting on 3 mil. You know what I'm saying? The highest anybody else in the group has gone to is 35 mil. So I'm doing double than everybody per night, and I'm fine. I'm chatting, I'm laughing with the ancestors, everything is airy. So I was planning, I would be more than happy to go to 125. You know what I mean? And my ancestors was like, listen, even if you went to 250, it still wouldn't have no effect on you, because it's in your blood. You're immune to it, because you are the antidote. You have the antidote in your system of ayahuasca. Ayahuasca is you, and you are ayahuasca. When you ascend, you will be the grandmother. Do you know what I mean? Helping others. So I've shared that with them. So that must be what they're vexed about, because I'm explaining to them, you guys need ayahuasca because it's a form of healing for Ono, but it's not a form of healing for me. And I'm explaining to them from day one, when I'm taking the ayahuasca, I reach a higher high when I'm at home in my bed watching Blood Clot YouTube, smoking a little spliff and drinking a little can of Heineken. So how can I be here on big ayahuasca, how many blood clot mils of ayahuasca, and nothing now gone? You know what I mean? So I asked the question yesterday, and that's when Spirit's telling me what the situation is, which makes sense. But not only that, the visions that I'm seeing in the window of all these drawings, they're telling me, don't take the ayahuasca. They're showing me pictures of them in the window with the snake, the ayahuasca snake going into their mouth, and then their eyes going round and round. You know when you've got hypnotized? They're showing me red hypnotized eyes, like their eyes are white, but the pupils turned red and it's windy, like a spiral in their eye. And they're saying, no, it would turn you mad. So as they're showing me that, their faces dripping and dropping and shape-shifting into something else. So I'm like, rotted cup. You know what I mean? Don't take the ayahuasca for true. So now, I'm not going to take any more ayahuasca while I'm here. So they're saying to me, I still can come in the ceremony. Yeah, I just will not have the ayahuasca and I will just do my thing with spirit. As long as the music's playing, me and spirit will just sit down and reason, and I'll get the downloads because I listen as I do normally. But tomorrow, I will do, oh, that's a nice tree. I will do St. Pedro because that's a whole different plant-based medicine. They call that man St. I don't know what that was. They call St. Pedro the grandfather. So ayahuasca is the grandmother and St. Pedro is the grandfather. So I'm hoping that when I do St. Pedro tomorrow, my grandfather Blue Eyes comes through. You know what I'm saying? And we can sit down and reason, because Nanny comes in a lot. And Granddad will come in too, just not as often as Nanny. So I'm hoping that I really get to spend some time with my grandmother, which is my grandfather, which is my maternal parents' father. Whereas my grandmother is my grandfather is my maternal parents' father. And my grandmother is my paternal parents' mother. You get what I'm trying to say? So they're swapped over basically. Fuck. So that's what my plan is. Do the St. Pedro, which is like a psychedelic high in itself. That lasts for 12 hours. So for 12 hours, you're high. Yeah? 12 hours you're high. Just walking around the centre, talking to trees, talking to birds, doing whatever you want to do. Just don't go into the jungle. That's the only instruction. Don't go into the jungle because you'll get lost. Just stay on site. You can go in the water, you can go in the tent, you can go anywhere you fucking want, as long as you stay on premises, which is cool. Like a fucking mountain. So I'm like, bang, that's safe then. Yeah. So that's what the plan is tomorrow. And then the day after that, it's another ayahuasca ceremony. So Jim's like, if you want, you can just hit 3 millimeters. But again, I said I'm going to sit down and see what my ancestors say about that, because at the moment they're telling me, don't take it, you don't need it. But not only that, it's not really good for you. So Jim was saying today that you see Western people, Westerners, I'm included, we run to Peru and then places to take ayahuasca like it's something that should be taken in that way. But he's saying, you see the natives here, they don't drink ayahuasca the way that we drink ayahuasca. They don't do the ayahuasca the way that we do it. You know what I mean? They don't do it often like that. They're not trying to seek it. So I said, maybe they don't do it like that because in here, when you live in these kind of environments, you're not being bombarded by negative energy all day long, like the dirty news, dirty politics, dirty food, dirty water. All those things lower your vibration and allow entities to step into your blood clot body. So in the West, all of us are running around with blood clot demons, whereas these guys are constantly on a vibrational high. How could you not be? If you're walking around in this every day, all day, look at the land, look at the floor. How many hundreds of leaves and trees and dirt is buried in this blood clot soil that I'm walking on? Then it must be high vibrational, because even when I'm walking through it, I can see. Look how green the green is. You understand? So we can't compare ourselves to these people that are constantly living in these environments when we don't have that luxury. So we will end up with parasites that need to be cleared. So ayahuasca does have its purpose for clearing parasites, but the negative is that when you go back to the UK or America or wherever it is that you're from a Western perspective, you end up getting pulled back into the fucking rat race unless you can continue to keep your vibrational high. And if you can't, then you probably are likely to come back and do another ayahuasca session, because it just makes sense, innit? Oh, really shattered. So that's what we was talking about. When I'm saying to him, I'm not taking the ayahuasca. Man don't need to be vexed that I'm not taking the ayahuasca or be going on a particular way. That I'm saying I don't need the ayahuasca, because it's true. And it already come to me this morning because I recorded it on the video, and it was like, I done some research on you, But hang on a minute. Who told you could do research on me? Did you ask my permission to be doing any research on me anyway? It's like, do you know that you're practicing voodoo? I said, I don't practice voodoo. He said, yeah, that's you do your everything about what you look like and the things that you've said and rah. I've gone online. He's gone online and looked it up. I said, don't get me wrong. My ancestors take me through voodoo, but guess what? They take me through all initiations, not just voodoo. They take me through Hinduism. They take me through the Torah, Judaism. They take me through Rastafarian. They take me through Freemasonry. It's not one school that I belong to. Yeah? Boy. Let me grab my stuff. I'm reading a book too I want to tell you about. They take me through bare schools. It's not one school that I'm dealing with. Yeah, so to judge me on just voodoo because I'm fucking black or because I got shells in my hair would be an understatement. So Stacey's come to me today and she said, Asherah, last night during ceremony, I saw your ancestors and I spoke to them. And they says to me that, in a nutshell, they says to Stacey that I'm the real deal. She said, I'm not going to lie, your nan is very, 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 very protective of you. She's not letting anybody near you to trouble you. Serious. She's very, very, very protective. But she also showed me what you're about and what it is. Yeah? And I'm fully on board now, she said. She said, I know that you're on this shamanic practitioner's course with me, but really you do not need to do my course. You don't need to do my course. She says to me, listen, we can still meet and we can chat and vibe, you know, but you don't need to do the course. You know what I mean? So don't, you know, like basically, I said, you mean just take the systematic approach out of it so I don't need to pay you nothing, but we just check in every month and do what we've got to do. Because I'm here for Stacey, because Stacey's been... Oh, I think they've come out of it. Stacey has, oh, is this a different walk? Let me just check. Stacey. Oh no, that's not a different walk. Stacey's saying to me, because you see Stacey's been coming here for however many years. About, I don't know if it's 12 years, but it's not far off that. And she's never purged the way that she's purged the 2 nights that she's been here with me. I told you already that my girl chucked up. And then last night, and the places that she got brought to. And I know it's because of my presence, and she knows it's because of my presence. The snake coming up, the rainfall and everything else like that. It's not no joke thing. I am who the fuck I said I am. I am who the fuck the ancestors, and I accept to these people who the fuck I am. But she's coming, she's like, listen, you come from too many schools to just be somebody simple, she says to me. You got too many schools, you know, too many different things. I said, yeah. She said, the information that you already know that your ancestors got you tapped into is a mad thing. I said, yeah, that's the truth. That is the truth. Yeah?
Was the trail not good, or what happened?
I went all the way until it got to a part where I couldn't get any further. There was a big log and a bush and everything in the way.
Something might have fallen across the trail.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Okay. Yeah. So I did go quite far.
We have to go back there with a chainsaw and clear.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, is that where I'm going to ask if Marco got past there.
He did the whole thing. He did say that there were places that were blocked and you can kind of work your way around it.
Well, I would have if I could have got through, honestly, because I scaled everything else, but that one.
Yeah, we'll have to send the guys.
Yeah. I did see the big tree down there, though. It's kind of not hollow, but yeah, beautiful.
The big tree, the real tall one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went way past there. Yeah. So, yeah. So, we're just brethrens now. There's no schooling going on, we're just brethrens. Which is good, because that's what my ancestors told me. And she said, if you want to carry on, you can, but I don't think there's no point you carrying on. And I said, I already know this stage. They already told me from the beginning, and I said, I was willing to do it with you. You know what I mean? I knew what the situation was. And I was still, dinner ain't ready yet. I said I already knew what the situation was before I started, and I was still willing to do it with you. They already told me from in July. On the 10th of July, I recorded a video. It's up on YouTube, so it's already time-stamped. So it's not no me chatting blood clot shit, because today's the day. They already told me from July before I even done the course properly, because the course only started in June. So I did one session in the June. Then I missed the session in July because I went away. And then I went into the session in August. So from July, they already told me what the situation was. That you're going to be teaching Stacey. But there's things for Stacey to teach me too. You know what I mean? Education runs both ways. You know, and I said to Stacey, it's not an ego thing. And she said, Asherah, it's definitely not an ego thing. It's definitely not an ego thing, and it's not coming across as an ego thing. It just is. I see what I see, and I know what I know. And it's just as simple as that, man. And it's not fun. When I explained to these guys today, I was sitting beside of the thingy, and we were looking at the dragonflies, and we were feeding the turtles in the water, because they come up for little salad in it. There's a little bowl over here. And if you throw a little cabbage in there for them, they come up to the top, innit? So, yeah, so, what was I saying? I told you already that we was up here throwing cabbage. But if, as long as I listen to my ancestors, I'm okay. And if my ancestors tell me don't chat to you, I'm not chatting to you. And if my ancestors said don't let you touch me, you cannot touch me. So I'm up here on the deck talking to these guys about my experience when my ancestors went in my body and took me down the road in Africa. I don't know where the fuck I'm going or what's going on, but my nanny's in my body and she's just walking. My legs are just going whoop, 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 like Mr. Blood Clot Soft. And then when I get up there now, there's one woman in a goddamn own a backyard, you know, and my ancestors have I lost my... I hope not. Feels like I have though. Did I lose it on the fucking trail? My ancestors took me in the woman's blood clot garden on their property, and then just got me going on with bare fuckery in front of this woman. You know what I'm saying? And then I got up, went up the top, went on with bare fuckery with the people on the ayahuasca course in Africa, March 2025. And then I went back down there and carried on with some fuckery down there. And I'm explaining to these guys what happened. And when I finished, I ain't even done explaining properly, but the woman, not Stabasi, not my shamanic tutor, but the other woman and the guy who's come from America, the two of them just got up and just went their separate ways. They didn't even say, dog, me God. They just got up. And I said to Stacey, I said, did I say too much? And Stacey was like, yeah. To these people, they don't get it. You know what I mean? Everybody's at different levels. She's like, you know, you can talk to me like that, but not, you can't talk to everybody like that. But my ancestors are like, chat the talk, because you're going to know who's who. I'm not wasting my time with any idiots. And if you can't manage what I'm saying, you need to be on your way. Because I'm not looking no friend. You know what I mean? I'm looking for oranges. Oh, look, he got it, you know. He got it. Look at him, he's going back. Oh, we missed him. He took it. Little sneaky bugger. Oh, there's some over there. He's going to take that too. Look, can you see one there? Oh, God, this light is terrible, man. Oh, sorry, I scared him. Me and my big bottom make the chair whoop about. There's loads of them in there, you know, and there's one at the back there. They said there's about 11 turtles in there. They just pop up. I wonder if I should just chuck the whole thing. Might as well, innit? Because it looks old and bad now, anyway. There you go. Let's see what happens. They're under the water. Look at him. He grabbed it. He got I think it's dinner time now, so I'm going to pop back up to the top. Oh, there it is. Thought I lost it. But you know what, let me sit down for it, because they usually do the, you know. But it's been an interesting one. I'm okay by myself. I'm getting my teaching, I'm getting my understanding, I'm getting my initiations, I'm developing. Do I feel like it was worthwhile coming? Yeah, it's been beautiful, if not for nothing else. I needed to walk on the land of Peru. I've been doing some ritual work over there the other day, and I've still got work to do here. But I have thought about leaving a little bit early. You know what I mean? But at the same time, there ain't no imminent rush, because I could leave here and go and meet up with the other guy that I met the other day when he took me to the Butterfly Village, and end up having some fucked up experience, you know what I mean? So I'm just waiting on the call, basically. If that's what the ancestors want me to do, fair play. If that's not what they want me to do, fair play. Whatever. I'm literally here in service. Don't get it twisted. Everything I do for them. My will is insignificant. Not insignificant in a negative way, but you know what I mean? They know better. Grandma knows best. Grandma knows best. They keep me 10 steps ahead of the blood clot game. Started reading a book today. Jim gave it to me. It's called The Prophet. This is a bad boy book. I'm halfway through it already. If you know, you know. It's serious. I want to read a little bit here, because I've been talking about me struggling to let go of my children. Now listen to this passage. Just on kids alone. So 17. I want to read this to you. And a woman who held a babe against her bosom said, "Speak to us of children." And he said, "Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And although they are with you, yet they belong not to you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies, but not their souls, for their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you, for life goes not backwards, nor tarries with yesterday. You are the bows from which your children, as living arrows, are sent forth. The archer sees the mark upon the path of the infinite, and he bends you with his might, that his arrow may go swift and far. Let your bending in the archer's hand be for gladness, for even as he loves the arrow that flies, so he loves also the bow that it is stable. I was just like, that is fucking magical. Look at the picture that he's done with it. Because for me, it's like, say, in my understanding of my children, I just got to this bit, that your children are not your children. They are the daughters and sons of life longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, yet they belong not to you. So I understood that bit. This is the bit that I didn't understand. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts. All I do is give my pitney my thoughts and my opinion, and suggest how they should be living their life. Oh my God, the comment. There's one coming up too. It was really hungry, innit? Fighting now. Yeah. Didn't have that understanding, for they have their own thoughts. Then listen to this. You may house their bodies, meaning provide a roof over their head, but not their souls. You don't own them. Oh my God. You don't own them. Yeah? Just because they're living in your yard, you don't get to dictate what their bodies do or what their soul does. That's not what it is. And then it says, for their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit. Which makes so much fucking sense in it, because I'm here today, but they are my tomorrow. They are their tomorrow, but my tomorrow in terms of the lineage of it. They are my bloodline. I can't believe I'm in it. I don't know if you're seeing them, because obviously the water ain't white or nothing, but definitely out there. You may strive to be like them, which is beautiful, because I do strive to be like my children, because I do think they're wonderful. But hear this, but seek not to make them like you. I've also been guilty of that. I was so angry the other day because I was like, not one of my children are like me. Yeah, I'm trying to say, but maybe I've done a good job because not one of my children are like me. But it's made me angry. Why are they not organized? Why are they not go-getters? Why are they not overachievers? Why do they just want to, you know what I'm saying? Life is hard already. You know what I mean? And then it says, for life goes not backward, nor tarries with yesterday. You are the bow from which your children, as living arrows, are sent forth. I am the bow, so I provide the springboard. I provide the push behind them. Yeah, but not in a controlling, trying to tell them what to do, but I'm just here to help them up on their journey. Whatever it is that they want to do, I'm just supposed to be here just to help them up on that journey. That's it. And it says the archer sees the mark upon the path of the infinite, and he bends you with his might, that his arrow may go swift and far. You want them to go far, and you want them to be swift. Let your bending in the archer's hand be for gladness. That's all I need to worry about. You know what I mean? Is knowing that they're okay. Just be glad that they're alive. Just be glad that they're doing them. For even as he loves the arrow that flies, so he loves also the bow that is stable. I just thought that was magical, man. It's like every woman. Listen to this. But then a woman said, "Speak to us of joy and sorrow." And he answered, "Your joy is your joy is your sorrow unmasked, and the self same well from which your laughter rises was oftentimes filled with your tears. And now else can how else can it be? The deeper that sorrow carves into your being, the more joy you can contain. Is it not a cup that holds your wine, the very cup? So is not the cup that holds your wine the very cup that was burnt in the potter's oven? So in order for you to appreciate the benefits of using a cup, having a cup to pour wine in, yeah, the appreciation of having a cup to pour wine in, the pleasure that we get from drinking wine that is in a cup. But it's saying in order for you to appreciate the wine that you're drinking in the cup, did the cup not have to be forged out of the fire first? If you're making glass, sand has to burn and be forged into a glass. If it's a mug, then the clay has to burn in a pottery fire in order to become a mug. So the cup itself goes through suffering in order to feel fulfillment. They're two polarities of the same thing. And I just think that every single one of these stories are talking about the polarity that you cannot have one thing without the other. It's fucking beautiful, man. It was actually written in 1911. You know what I mean? And it's been translated into how many different languages? And it really is a treat. It might be dinner time now, so let's go. But yeah, just oh shit! Didn't zip up my blood clot bag. I just think it's profound, but really, 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 really profound. Mind blowing, profound, the whole thing. And I said I'm gonna finish it. I started it today, and I'm gonna finish it today. Oh, and then I'm gonna give it to Marco to read, and then I think Stacey wants to read it after. my little evening outfit. And just popping it. But yeah. Crazy, crazy. But the experience has been profound. You know, I can't really say that it hasn't been, because it has been. It's been a good experience. And the company's been good. We went in the water today. As brown as it looks, we was in there. Because it apparently is safe. And I've been in twice now, and I'm not dead. And we was on those floaty things. We had such a good time. Laughing. I never laughed so much in a long time, mate. It's quite funny. Very funny. Proper cackling. Proper cackling. Everything's like a damn mountain. Ay, ay, ay. Sorry. Oh, I thought it was lunchtime. Everybody's still up here chatting. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tired. Oh. You hear the jungle? The jungle is alive, man. And it's the colour of avocado. Look at it. Yellow, green. Greens and yellows. It's the kitchen where they're cooking food. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning. You know, so I probably was up before then, to be fair, but whatever. And I'm going to get a little bit of sleep today, I think. So that tomorrow, really, I should have less sleep. So, because medicine and that works better on me when I'm tired and I'm fasting. But I think tonight would be a nice sleep because we haven't had to do any ayahuasca and we can just chill out a little bit. But I don't feel like I've done much chilling out. And it's nearly 4 o'clock now. I don't know where the fuck the day's gone. I haven't done any painting either. Which I did want to do today because I want to capture some of those visions. What I saw last night. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose what's left of you. How am I supposed to love you? Nobody, nobody gets me, you do. Alright, I'm going to sign off. It's 43. Catch you on the next one.